Fine shot from Turner. That could be his 50. He'll at least run 3 where it might reach the fence, but he'll get 3 anyway. Yes. And there's that great roar from this excellent crowd here now. Turner, 51. None for 97. Alan Turner, very consistent. A 30 and a 40 in Adelaide, and now his first 50 of the series. 104 minutes in and 5 fours. And he's got onto that beautifully. Turner 55, and that's the 100 up for Australia. Oh, great shot, great shot. What a beautiful drive. That was a classic cover drive.
That's the shot of the match so far. He didn't even hit it hard either. He timed it gloriously and positioned right between the men. It's a very good shot.
So Davis to 44, none for 109, and almost a suggestion of sunshine for the first time today. I think the way it is, we might just get the sun getting through breaks in the clouds soon. It's very pleasant here now. Very good scene. Great crowd here for this game in Melbourne. And he's beaten the field. It mightn't be 4. Javed is going to probably reduce this to 2 again. That's Javed onto it very quickly. They're 3 for 2. Good shot. That might be his 50. He could get 3 here. They've taken 1. Coming back for 2. Turning for Davis's 50. Well, Davis, a century in the first test in the first innings, and a duck in the second, and now 50 not out. Davis 50, none for 117. 121 minutes. Yes, just over the 2 hours. And Davis, a similar catch here to Imran, and he's caught it. Great catch. Beautiful catch, in fact. He didn't have to move at all. So Davis caught Imran, bowled Iqbal for 56. Here's the replay.
Now watch this. He puts his front foot forward and hits it up. Rather slash it was, and it's well caught, well judged, straight into his hand.
Well, Iqbal, the man who said he didn't want to bowl in this series, has good figures, 1 for 12. First ball to McCosker. McCosker not quite ready. And appeal for leg before, that must be out. Yes, he's out. He didn't play a shot. So McCosker, leg before to Iqbal, no score. Australia 2 for 134.
Let's watch it again. It's a gentle in-swinger at a very gentle medium pace, and you could see McCosker put his pad right across in front of the stumps.
On.
There's the change in direction, bowling around the wicket. Turner playing a pretty loose shot. The ball was not really a half volley. I think he would have done well to have defended, but the head went up in the air, as we'll see here. Iqbal bowling. The head went up in the air and it caught the inside edge and knocked back the middle stump.
A beautiful shot from Walters. That's racing out to the boundary, and this outfield, I think, is a fair bit faster than it was in the afternoon session. That's into the fence for 4. Beaton is stumped. He must be out. Yes, good ball. Walters stumped Barry. Bold Quazim, the 42. Had a beautiful shot. What a classic shot. He didn't even be just walking through to complete the first run. Well, they were deep all right, but they had no hope of stopping that. Chappell 41, 4 for 231.
Oh, delicately placed by Chappell, at least 2 runs. They've completed 1, won't reach the boundary. It's Haroon, the substitute fieldsman, picking up, and 2 to Chappell for a well-deserved, well-compiled half-century. And he'll get his 50. Well run. Jarvid fumbling slightly at point, and a fine 50 to Gary Cozier.
With the promise of good weather tomorrow, everything must be in Australia's favour at the moment.
And that's it. That's the end of the first day's play of the second test at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Chappell 80, Cozier 50, 4 for 322.
With each other as to who was going to pick it up.
And that's a beautiful straight drive from Chappell. That, I think, will probably get to the fence for 4. Masood can give the chase up into the deep mid-off boundary. 4 more to Chappell. Beautiful off drive. And the ball from Salim just in the right place. And Masood at mid-off, no chance to stop that. Chappell to 94, Australia 4 for 348.
That's absolute copybook stuff. Chappell doesn't give it the full flourish, but plays a very controlled sort of off drive there, and that ball sped to the boundary. It's just as good hitting the boundary at 5 miles an hour as it is at 60 miles an hour. It's still 4 runs.
And more runs to Chappell, played out on the onside this time, probably at least 2. Mushtaq giving chase from forward square leg, picks the ball up now, overarms it into the bowler's end on the bounce to Salim, who was there, but 2 more to Chappell. He's 96, Australia 4 for 350. Down towards the fine leg fence, and that's 4. That's his 100. Quazim was going the wrong way, and that's Chappell's 100.
He's getting some wonderful applause from the crowd for his 13th Test century. And it has been a glorious hand, there's no question about that. He started off very slowly yesterday. In fact, his first 50 took 146 minutes, but the 50 subsequent to that took 71 minutes, 71 minutes, I beg your pardon. So he's really into stride now, and he's batting absolutely superbly.
He's 100 up in 217 minutes with 6 boundaries. Australia 4 for 354. And a straight drive, and that would have been 4 runs, but it hit the stumps. It ricocheted very powerfully and probably will go for 4 anyway. Into the gutter, 4 more to Chappell. Well, that shows you how well that was timed, because it broke the wicket at the bowler's end and still had enough pace to go down to deep mid on for 4.
And we might add that with the rain on Friday evening, the ground has been quite heavy, and there's a very lush growth of grass on the outfield here at the MCG, so that ball had tremendous power on it. That's the hardest hit shot that Greg Chappell has played in his complete innings, and it took the leg stump. Very hard indeed, but still had enough pace to reach the boundary.
Chappell 104. On drives again, and that'll be, I think, 4 more. Yes, Chase has given up already. The ball slowing down, but has enough to get into the fence. 3 fours from 3 balls to Greg Chappell. He's 108, and Salim's 11th over cost him 21 runs. He has none for 81. 4 for 398, Australia. And he's out. He's out, caught behind by Bari. Chappell out, caught Bari, bowled Quazim for 121. Australia 5 for 398, and Marsh to that mixed reception now in strike to the left-hander Quazim. Chappell had a word to Marsh too for a couple of seconds when he did come out the gate. I wonder what was said. I think the first time that Chappell puts a dead bat on it, we will hear a roar from the outer. Memory stretching back to the last day at Adelaide. Well, he's on the attack straight away, right over the top of mid-off, racing down towards the fence, and the crowd absolutely love that. Well, there'll be no worries about Marsh putting a dead bat on it, I think. Getting 2 from the first ball he received with a lofted off drive, and he's to Australia 5 for 400.
Yes, and I think probably Chappell had a word with Marsh on the way out and said, well, let's carry on. There's no use putting the shutters up, no time to play yourself in, a declaration coming up. Get on with the game.
Quasi now over the wicket to Marsh. He's out leg before wicket. Heading up to a ball that came back in a little bit, and Marsh is out. Second ball, leg before wicket for 2, Australia 6 for 400. Well, what a breakthrough.
This pitched in the rough. Marsh obviously not pleased with that decision, but watch how the ball comes back. It comes back as Marsh pads up, and it looks as though it might have been a very line ball decision, but we're not out there, so we're not there to judge.
Now Quasim over the wicket to Gilmore. And Gilmore safely letting that one through, and with a big smile too. Well, Australia 6 for 400 after being 4 for 398. Chappell has gone, Marsh has gone. He's out, stumped. Well, what a dramatic collapse. Beautiful piece of work by Wasim Bari, the keeper. Gilmore down the pitch, I think, trying to force the ball on the offside, the ball passing the bat. Bari doing the rest. Beautiful stumping. And let's have a look at that one again. Gilmore out for no score.
Here's the ball that goes with the arm. It isn't a ball that turns back, and Gilmore's expecting it. He drags his back foot over the line, and he's too late.
And over the head of square leg down towards the boundary. That's 4. Marshall won't get that. And that's it. Gary Cozier, his second century on this ground in straight test matches. His first century last year, 109 against the West Indies. He came into the worst reception probably of any Australian batsman for years and years. We can't remember one like that he received yesterday, and he's gone right through to score a great 100.
What a
that's
shot.
sailing way over the leg side. Now, where's that going? Is it right? Oh, hit the fence on the full. Oh, straight down the ground. It's an amazing shot from Cozier. Now, how did he get the power into that?
That had to be seen to believe, because everything was wrong. It got up only about midriff high, and he just, like a Sugar Ray Robinson short-arm jab, that was. It's a terrific shot, and hit it straight on the ground.
Well, what a shot. He swept that from outside the off stump to square leg. Great shot. Look at that one. Straight through the covers. The fieldsman had no hope at all.
5 men on the onside, trying to confine Cozier, not allowing him to make the strokes, not giving him enough room.
That's in the air. Will he be caught by Masood? Yes, he's out. Cozier is out. Caught Masood. Bold margin, 168. And listen to the applause. And the declaration has been made. Australia have declared their first innings closed at 8 for 516. It's 4 in this over. I feel sure now that umpire Brooks will definitely have something to say to Dennis Lilly.
Yes, first warning.
That is an official warning to both umpires and to Australian captain Greg Chappell.
He has one more warning, and then he's off.
Lilly shaping as if to underarm the ball down. obviously upset by that warning.
I don't think he has any reason to be. He's bowled 4 short pitch deliveries, and I don't think that's really good policy.
And Lilly, in his follow-through within a couple of metres of Sadiq. Dennis looks like he'll leave the jump until next time. Pakistan none for 9, and a fiery over from Lilly, his second from the northern end. Majid 2, Sadiq, at least Majid 7, Sadiq 2, Lilly 2 overs for 3 runs. And he kept the scoring down to 2 on a fine return. He's out, walked. Marsh has taken the catch. Lilly has broken through Pakistan, 1 for 113. Majid out, caught Marsh, bowled Lilly for 76.
Let's have a look at that. I've got a feeling that umpire O'Connell may not have given that out had Majid not walked. Let's watch it. It's a very, very fine nick. Majid a bit dicey outside the off stump. Almost imperceptible deflection. Rodney Marsh went up gleefully. Greg Chappell was reasonably unmoved.
381 runs with the ball to go. And that's the total for the day. Pakistan, Majid caught Marsh bowled Lilly 76, the only wicket to 4.
Out onto the onside. That's a nice shot running out towards the mid-wicket boundary. I think that'll be 4 runs. Yes, O'Keefe can give the chase up, and that's the century to Sadiq. And he's very happy indeed. Sadiq 100, Pakistan 1 for 226. An appeal, and he's out. Sadiq is out. Caught McCusker, bowled O'Keefe for 105. Pakistan 2 for 241. Umpire Brooks waited, then raised the finger. Sadiq waited, and Sadiq out. Caught behind, that slipped by McCusker off the bowling of O'Keefe.
It's a wrong one. Now let's watch Sadiq slice it. The important thing is, does Sadiq hit it into the ground? And I think you can see there he's more or less scooped it up to the slip position. Sadiq's going off. I don't think he's terribly pleased with that decision.
Here for leg before, he's out. He was right in front. Mushtaq, leg before to Lilly for 9. Lilly has 2 for 54, and a breakthrough for Australia with the new ball.
It looked pretty right just when he comes right in front and it hits him almost on the full there. Yeah, absolutely plumb, I would say. And of course, one thing, strangely enough, the ball did not swing in the air.
Bowling to Javed. Clever leg before. Look at Lilly.
Well, I'd like to see that one again. I'd like to see that action. Let's have a look. I just thought I was going down the leg side. Now let's see what happens here. Lilly comes over. Let's see where the ball goes. Yeah, pretty straight, yeah. Yeah, looks pretty well out to me. From my visual point here, I thought it was going down the leg side, but you can see there, umpire O'Connell made a very good decision.
So Javed, leg before to Lilly for 5. Zahir is 86. It's 4 for 286. Asif Iqbal is coming in next, the century scorer from Adelaide, and Lilly has 3 for 65. Well, that was a thunderbolt, that one. And Gilmore from this end. Zahir is 86. Fine shot, chase for Walters. Walker's way out there. Let's see the ball slowing down. Walker loping around with those long strides. They've taken 3. Asif is going for 4. They're on the way. And they'll make it easily. Yes, they've run 4. Zahir to 90.
calm in a crisis, Mr. Zahir. He's going around him. There's words no doubt flying out there, balls flying around his hair, but he's a very unruffled man. This is a very intelligent fellow, and as I mentioned earlier, one of the nicest men I think I've ever met in cricket. A very charming man indeed, and a very fine player.
4 for 292. And he's bowled on, bowled in. He played that onto his stumps. Bad luck for Zahir. Bowled by Gilmore for 90. 5 for 292. Gilmore his first wicket, 1 for 55.
And there's the luck of the game. Here's the action replay. Just outside his off stump, he tries to chop it down, gets an inside edge. Once it gets up very high, inside edge onto the wicket.
Beautiful, she's out, yes. He walked. Imran caught Marsh. Bowled Lilly for 5. Lilly 4 for 72. Pakistan 6 for 303.
Lilly right back to his long run, and bowling to Salim, yet to score.
Snaffled the ball up, and another wicket has fallen.
What an extraordinary catch. Now that must rival Don Talon's catch from, I can't remember who was batting, but it was a back cut to the slips area, and it came off Ian Johnson's chest, and Talon dived to pick up the retrieval. Well, here we see a similar incident, similar to Imran there, the ball fending away, catching Marsh's glove as he dives to his right, deflected straight at Greg Chappell, whose reflexes were absolutely superb, and he didn't even juggle the ball. It went straight into his hands, and he gleefully threw it into the air, and Dennis Lilly has struck again.
Well, Salim caught Chappell, bowled Lilly, no score.
This is one of the great fast bowling performances, you must admit that. Pakistan looked very comfortable at 1 for 241, but now really struggling at 7 for 303.
Lilly bowling to Wasim Bari. An appeal, he's out! Lilly's on a hat-trick. Wasim Bari out first ball, and Lilly's on a hat-trick. Well, Lilly 6 for 72, Pakistan 8 for 303. What a test match.
And what a test match indeed. My goodness me. Let's have a look at that one on the action replay again. You can judge for yourselves that the ball pitched on about off stump, and Bari not forward at all, in fact back if anything, and the ball hits him plumb in front of the wickets. There's no question about the fact that that's LBW, and Marsh and the slips have no hesitation in appealing very vociferously to umpire O'Connell. Dennis Lilly overjoyed, of course, because that's the third LBW decision that's gone in favour of Dennis Lilly from Max O'Connell in this innings. So that's 8 now for 303, and there's a very real prospect that Greg Chappell will ask the Pakistanis to follow on. And I doubt whether you'd hear more noise at a Melbourne Grand Final than there is at the moment.
Lilly, look at the length of his run. He is almost back to the sideboard. Lilly almost going out of sight. In fact, he is going back to the sideboard on the hat-trick. 3 slips, 2 gullies, leg slip, short leg, mid-off, or a cover at least, and a mid-on, and Lilly starting from the sideboard with a false start. Pakistan 8 for 303, and Qasim Iqbal is in on the hat-trick.
Listen to the crescendo.
And it was well handled. On the onside to Lilly. There's no run there. Lilly hits the stumps. He's out. Great fielding, Dennis Lilly. Iqbal said no, and Qasim was caught backing up. Dennis Lilly fielded beautifully, ran in and hit the stumps. Didn't waste the throw at all, and Qasim is run out for 1. Pakistan 9 for 332.
Let's look at it again. It's reaching the end of the over. They're looking for a single. Iqbal plays confidently down to mid-on. Looks to be setting off for a single. Sees Lilly moving in. Stops. Quazim keeps going and realises too late that Lily's very close to the stumps. Lily struggling to get into the wicket, Quazim struggling to get back, just underarms from a couple of metres away, hits the stumps, and there's no question that Quazim has run out.
And that will be out, I think. Asif getting under it at mid-on. He's judging it perfectly and takes the catch, and Davis is out. Hitting the ball high and long to mid-on. Asif making good position, getting under it, taking the catch. Davis out for 88. Caught Asif Iqbal, bowled Quazim, 88. Australia 2 for 182.
And that was snicked by McCusker, which is 100. Right down between the keeper and Majid Khan had slipped. It wasn't a catch. And 100 to Rick McCusker. Two for 207. And has he bowled him? Yes. Oh, he's stumped. Stumped. By the look of it, the square leg umpire gave him out. So McCusker is out for 105. By the look of that, it was a stumping. Umpire Brooks gave it out on appeal. So McCusker stumped Barry, bowled Quazim for 105. Here's the replay.
It'll be interesting to look at that again, because the ball was certainly on the line of the off stump. McCusker jumped down. He was well out of his crease, in fact, and it was a stumping. Missed the off stump. McCusker head up in the air. Pretty tired stroke, I think. It's been a fine innings from him. There's no question about that.
Bowled in. Yes, Walter's out for a duck.
4 runs. Masood won't get that. Chappell using his feet to the fast bowling of Imran and leathering him down to the deep mid-off boundary. Stumped, out. Good piece of bowling and a neat piece of work by Wasim Bari. Marsh dancing down the wicket, missing, and Bari removing the bails, asking the question of umpire Brooks, and even from here that looked out.
And here we got the slow replay. Marsh, he comes well down, the ball goes straight through it, he just misses. It's a simple ball. I think he expected to spin a bit more than it did. Yes, he did. Well down the pitch, and Wasim grabs it. Marsh, he grovels, out. One thing we cannot help saying how well these Pakistanis have stuck to the task. They've done very well indeed.
Chappell hooks, and he's out, caught. Caught by Majid at backward square leg. A mistimed hook shot. It went 20 metres straight to Majid Khan, and the declaration still has not been made.
Gilmore to bowl to Sadiq. And caught. Yes, he's out. Caught by Doug Walters. First ball. Sadiq caught Walters, bowled Gilmore. No score. 1 for 4, and that was a very good catch. And bowled him. Bowled. Majid Khan bowled by Lilly for 35. 3 for 99, and Dennis Lilly has done it again.
And I think you'll find that Majid Khan pulled that ball very hard onto his stumps. It was a ball short of a length. He went for the pull. He got it underneath edge, and it went straight down onto the stumps. It wasn't a very fast delivery, but it was rather a rash shot. Here's the action replay of that dismissal. Short of a length, onto the back foot, the ball rising high. Now watch the deflection from the bat. I think he got an underneath edge onto that.
Caught, is he? Yes, he's out. Greg Chappell, he doesn't miss them. Mushtaq caught Chappell, bowled Lilly for 4. 4 for 104. Lilly 2 for 27.
Well, here is the action replay showing Lilly coming close to the stumps. The ball wide of the off stump, right on Mushtaq's weakness. A flashing cover drive. It was quite an indiscreet stroke, and it went comfortably to Greg Chappell. in that wide second slip position, and Mustaqi's on his way.
And there's all sorts of strife in store.
Peel this time, this could be close, he's out. Well, I think that even Asif Iqbal was waiting for that finger to go up that time. That one really kept low. Blickley has done it again, 3 for 29. Iqbal, leg before for 6. And let's watch this replay coming up.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt whatsoever with that, and I can't imagine why the Pakistanis play back. You can see Iqbal playing back there, hitting across the line, and the ball struck him plumb in front of the middle stump, and there's no question that that was out.
Is he caught? Yes, he's out. Caught by Turner. Short leg catch. Javed caught Turner. Bowled O'Keefe for 10. 6 for 124. O'Keefe has 1 for 31.
And you can see Alan Turner still bearing the mark on his right cheekbone there of the clash with Jeff Thompson. But what a superb catch this was. You can see the ball just catching the inside edge onto the pad, Turner moving back and then diving forward and just caught the ball inches from the ground. It was a glorious catch, and you can see the elation there of bowler, wicketkeeper and short leg, and the accord of umpire O'Connell.
Lilly 4. Iqbal leg before to Lilly for 6. And on, he's bowled. Bowled him. Now let's see what happened there. He let that one go through. It seemed to hit the pad and onto the stumps. And there's a sensation. We'll just check the mode of dismissal. Here it is.
Well, there looked to be no way that Salim could get out there. He just let the ball hit the pad. It hit the top of the pad, bobbed up in the air, went between him and his body and just took the off stump, as you could see there. So he's out bowled without scoring.
So it's 7 for 128 at the end of the day's play. And the last 2 wickets. And up in the air it goes. Now who's underneath it? There's a fieldsman there, Max Walker. He must take it. Let's see. Yes, took it well. Didn't judge it perfectly. He got well underneath it, but Walker's taken it. So Barry has caught Walker. Bowled O'Keefe for 2. Pakistan 8 for 136. Here's the replay.
Well, a wild shot from Bari. Obviously, he did no intention of hanging around and putting up the shutters. He really virtually has a wild slog at that delivery. He was aiming to hit it over the top of mid-on. The ball was a leg spinner. It spun away from him, and naturally he sliced it high into the air, and it really did go a very long way up.
Appeal for the court behind. That's out. Yes. Kazim not satisfied about that. They'll go on appeal by all of the Australian players. Kazim caught Marsh bowled Lilly for 1, 9 for 145. And we'll watch this closely on replay.
I think Kazim feels that he's hit the ground. But we watch again as he plays at the ball, and I think quite obviously there was a wide deflection and the contact was made before the bat reached the ground.
Wimran. Caught and bowled, it's all over. As simple as you like. Straight back to the bowler. O'Keefe finishes with 4 for 38. Pakistan all out, 151. Working that out quickly, Australia winning by 348. Would that be right? 348.